Good afternoon. I'm Mila Marie P. Ramos, the Director of Clinical Informatics here at Catanduanes Doctors Hospital Incorporated. Thank you for joining us today to discuss the nursing informatics position. We're looking for someone who can help bridge our clinical operations with our technology systems to improve patient care. Could you start by introducing yourself and telling us a bit about your background?
Thank you for having me today. I'm Candice and Aldea, a registered nurse with 6 years of clinical experience primarily in the surgical ward. Over the past 5 years, I've developed a strong interest in healthcare technology and how it can improve patient outcomes and nursing workflows. I've had also experience working with the Athena Health System and have completed additional education in healthcare informatics through the Master of Science in Health Informatics at Michigan University. I'm also very passionate about using technology to support nurses in delivering the highest quality of care while maintaining the efficiency.
What specifically drew you to the field of nursing informatics, and why are you interested in transitioning from bedside nursing to this specialized role?
My interest in nursing informatics developed organically through my clinical experiences. As a floor nurse in the surgical ward, I had noticed how significantly technology impacted our daily workflows. During our implementation of the Athena Health System, I volunteered to be a super user and found I had a passion for helping my colleagues adapt to new system. What I love about nursing informatics is the opportunity to improve care at a systems level. While bedside nursing allows me to impact patients one at a time, in informatics, I can help design and implement solutions that improve care for thousands of patients. I've seen firsthand how inefficient technology creates frustrations and takes time away from the patient care, but I've also seen how well-designed system can enhance patient safety and nursing satisfaction. I'm particularly excited about this role because it would allow me to combine my clinical knowledge with my technical interest to advocate for nursing needs in technology decisions.
Can you describe your experience with electronic health record systems and any projects you've been involved with related to implementation or optimization?
I have 5 years of experience working with the Athena Health System and Meditech. As an end user, I've been involved in several key projects that enhance our use of the system. Most significantly, I serve as a unit-based super user during our organization's transition from old system to new system. In this role, I received advanced training and then supported 15 nurses through the go-live processes. I create quick reference guides tailored to our unit's workflows that the informatics team later adapted for hospital-wide use. I also participated in an optimization project for medication administration documentation, and after noticing that nurses were developing workarounds for cumbersome documentation process, I collaborated with our informatics team to redesign the medication workflow. We simplified the clicks required from 7 to 3, which saved approximately 30 minutes per nurse per shift, and it improves documentation compliance from 82% to 97%. Additionally, I've had experience with data analytics software.
Can you please share a specific example of how you identified a clinical workflow issue and used technology to address it?
In my previous role on the medical surgical unit, I identified a significant delay in our discharge process that was affecting patient satisfaction and bed turnover times. So the problem was that discharge instructions were being entered in multiple locations within our EHR, causing confusion and duplicated work. So after analyzing the workflow, I realized that nurses were documenting in the nursing discharge note while physicians were creating the separate discharge instruction, and pharmacists were generating medication instruction in yet another location. So this fragmentation meant that patients often received inconsistent information and the process took much longer than necessary. So I proposed a solution to our informatics committee, creating an integrated discharge planning tool within our EHR that would allow all disciplines to contribute to a single comprehensive discharge plan. So, working with our informatics team, I helped design a template that standardized the process while meeting the regulatory requirements. So, after that implementation, we saw that the discharge times decreased by an average of 45 minutes, and our patient satisfaction scores regarding discharge instruction improved by 23%. So the project also reduces readmissions related to medication confusion by 15% over the following 6 months.
So how do you approach data security and patient confidentiality concerns in your work with healthcare information systems?
I believe data security and patient confidentiality are the foundational to nursing informatics and healthcare technology use. So my approach begins with understanding both the ethical obligations we have to the patients and the regulatory frameworks that guide us. I follow the several key principles in practice. So first, I am very vigilant about the access management, ensuring the users have appropriate permissions based on their roles and regularly viewing access logs for unusual patterns. I am also very careful about maintaining passwords, security, and never sharing login credentials. Second, I emphasize the education. When serving as a super user, I always include security reminders in training sessions such as workstation timeout procedures and the importance of proper documentation of patient data access. Third, I believe in designing systems with security in mind. For example, when helping optimize our medication administration system, we included mandatory verification steps that prevented workarounds that might compromise data integrity. So when security incidents do occur, I believe in prompt reporting through the proper channels and using these instances as learning opportunities to strengthen our system and practices. Finally, I stay current on emerging threats and best practices through the continuing education and professional organization like the HIMS and the American Nursing Informatics Association.
So implementing new technologies often faces resistance from clinical staff. How do you approach change management and staff education when rolling out new systems?
So, change management is critical to successful technology implementation in healthcare. My approach focuses on communication involvement, education, and ongoing support. First, I believe in early and transparent communication about why changes are happening and how they will benefit patients and staff. People are more likely to embrace change when they understand the purpose and see potential benefits to their work. Second, I involve end users in the process from the beginning. During our recent documentation update, I also organized focus group with nurses from different shifts to gather feedback on the current pain points and desired features. So this involvement created buy-in and resulted in a better final product. For education, I advocate for a multimodal approach. Some staff learn best through the hands-on practice and others through visual guides and others through one-on-one coaching. In my super user role, I created a short video tutorials, printable reference sheets, and offered practice session during lunch breaks to accommodate different learning styles. I also recognize that support needs to continue well beyond go live. I've also found that schedule check-ins at 30, 60, and 90 days post-implementation help identify ongoing issues and refinement opportunities. Finally, I celebrated and publicized successes when our medication documentation improvement saved time. We quantified those savings and shared the results with the staff, reinforcing the value of adapting to the new system.
So healthcare technology evolves rapidly. How do you stay current with emerging trends and advancement in nursing informatics?
Staying current in this rapidly evolving field is both a professional responsibility and personal passion. I employ several strategies to remain up to date. First, I maintain active membership in relevant professional organizations, including the American Nursing Informatics Association. This organization provide access to journals, webinars, and conferences focused on healthcare technology. I regularly read journals such as Computers Informatics Nursing and the Journal of the American Medical Informatics Association. I've set up alerts for new research in areas particularly relevant to our organization's needs and also participate in online communities and discussion forums where informatics professionals share challenges and solutions. So these real-world perspectives often provide practical insights that complement the more theoretical knowledge from academic sources.
So, where do you see the field of nursing informatics heading in the next 5 years? And how do you envision contributing to that future?
I appreciate the opportunity to discuss this position with you today. So, our conversation has reinforced my enthusiasm for joining your team. So, what excites me most in this alignment between your organization's approach to informatics and my philosophy of technology as a tool to enhance patient care and support clinical staff, and my combination of bedside experience and informatics knowledge position me to understand both the technical requirements and the real-world implication of the system we implement. So I am very committed to continuous learning and would be thrilled to contribute to your informatics initiatives. So thank you for your consideration.